Epic Service is an engineering design company dedicated to ensuring energy security across the Asia-Pacific region. We do this by developing the next generation of engineers and deploying them on energy projects across the globe. Our mission is to make sure engineers are trained to do things right the first time. We do this by training them on real projects. Our projects are led by our chief engineers in Perth, and our teams of local engineers are led by discipline engineers here in Bangkok and across ASEAN. We leave the chief engineers in Perth, where they can continue to enjoy their children and grandchildren while training, mentoring and signing critical outputs remotely. On our way to a renewable energy future, there are some 500 million vehicles on the Chinese and Indian roads that need petrol. And to get petrol into those cars requires many processes, including the safe design of energy facilities. Many of the energy facilities currently operating around the world are getting old, as are the millions of engineers who are initially responsible for their designs. Those older engineers and designers at energy facilities are dying and retiring, and when half of them leave the industry this year, they take their knowledge, experience and skills with them. The custodians of all that knowledge and experience are known as the Great Crew, and before they depart forever, we need to transfer their knowledge to the next generation of engineers. If we don't do this now, who will design safe facilities? We know that designing facilities is an international endeavour. Some of the largest mega projects in the world have been designed in Perth, Western Australia, overseen by engineers in Houston, built in Korea before being towed to Canada for installation and operation. But it's not only an international endeavour, it is multidisciplinary, cross-cultural and intergenerational. From go to woe, getting just one energy facility up and running can take a decade of concerted effort from thousands of highly skilled engineers. Here at Epic Service, our mission is to make sure the next generation of engineers are trained to do things right the first time. We do this by training them on real projects. Industry research tells us that energy companies expect it will take 11 years for young engineers to make non-standard, original technical decisions, and we simply don't have the benefit of waiting that long. We need the next gen to be trained to a high degree of proficiency, and we need it now. What we all learned at university, no matter what degree we did, prepared us to think, not to do a job. What we do at Epic Service is make sure that all that preparation is put to immediate use by fast-tracking the development of young engineers on real projects. Our training methods are developed specifically to engage the millennial engineers who we are training. Tried and tested experience combined with new methods and technology create a dynamic environment for young engineers to thrive in. We provide a horizontal management structure that encourages engineers at all levels to question and learn from each other. The old way of thinking that too many managers are never enough is dead. We think that too many managers get in the way of good engineering. Engineering degree commencements and completions are at an all-time low globally. The countries traditionally awarded the big projects won't have the engineers to complete these projects, and we know that outsourcing has been problematic in the past. So what we do is to build the centres of engineering excellence in the ASEAN region, supported by the experience of the Great Crew in Australia. That experience is in the safe design of some of the biggest mega projects ever built that spans more than 30 years. Our Great Crew really are pretty great, and they're ready and able to pass on their knowledge. Epic Service is a female-owned engineering design company with a vision for diversity and inclusion. One of the remarkable barriers to entry for increased participation in the industry was how homogenous the Great Crew has historically been.
Ensuring sustainability of intellectual capital across the energy sector only comes by passing on the knowledge of the great crew to an even greater crew, one which is international, diverse and inclusive.
We do this to create long-term energy security for Thailand and the region. We do this by creating strategic energy partnerships both in and outside the region. We are creating long-term local solutions in a coordinated effort to develop local talent who can then take the reins and continue developing talent independently. Epic Service was created to solve a problem. It may seem like a niche problem that we are only interested in design engineers, but when you consider that without them we have no energy security, it suddenly seems like a bigger problem.